Well, hey there, beautiful.
You're ready. Your nice classy sweater today.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Yeah.
I feel underdressed.
Yeah. Hey, folks. Patrick Stewart, my wife, Marianne. Welcome back to my channel with another episode of My Wife Watches Wandavision and me. Both of us are watching it for the first time. Before we go any further, do us a favor. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, give us a like, subscribe, hit that button for subscriptions, and turn on that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. So we left off with episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you said to report back to you after doing some research.
Yes.
On Lagos.
Yes.
So Lagos was actually mentioned also in episode 5 while we were watching it. Must have just slipped the mind. But in Captain America, Civil War, at the very beginning when they're chasing Brock Rumlow down, Crossbones, and they're running through Lagos, and he sets off a bomb and she tries to contain it.
Yes.
And throws him in the air and throws him in the building, and then there's a whole bunch of just explosions and a lot of deaths, a lot of collateral damage. Well, Lagos is mentioned in that commercial in Wandavision. It says, for cleaning up messes you didn't mean to happen, or you didn't want to happen. So I think the commercials are really, they're kind of going through her life story if you think about it. You know, the first commercial in episode 1 was Stark Toasters. And that's what set her and her brother off to being radicalized by Hydra. The next commercial we see is Hydra.
Yeah, the
exactly.
watch.
Yeah, the Strucker.
I'm not the Strucker. I'm not doing good with names.
Yeah.
So.
But eventually we end up to the point where we are now, which is when she's part of the Avengers. I don't know where we're going in this one. I know Vision's not happy. He knows something's off, and he knows that he's living in a creative reality.
Before we get into it, I'm curious to know, do you have any theories of why Wanda's doing this?
Yeah. She wants Vision.
Well,
she wants Vision to be alive. She has created a reality in which Vision can live.
Okay,
That's been my contention since episode 1. And they did show in episode 5 her go in and steal his body, which answers the question. He's not a figment of her imagination. It's his body.
It's body, yeah.
Now, how much sentience he has and how much, free will, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of confusing.
I hope they answer that.
I hope they do too.
Honestly, I've been dwelling on last week's episode for a minute, just thinking about it. It's like, the blip was 5 years? She had 5 years to really kind of work through some of this grief-losing Vision. However that happened, I don't know. She's had 5 years to get over, it's not the right phrase, but to work through it. And now all of a sudden, so many people in the world have their loved ones back.
Except her.
Except her, a few others, but she doesn't get Vision back. She doesn't get that happy reunion. And I'm sure it just opens up reopens that wound, just rips it open. And I feel like she's a grieving woman who has lost her love.
I have not thought of it that way.
Kidneys.
Before we jump into this episode, Quicksilver.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little more about that. I mentioned I was still just so shocked last episode, and I don't think my thoughts were coherent when I shared that with you. When Disney got the rights to Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, multiple companies had different rights to different parts of Marvel. Sony had Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fox had X-Men and the Mutants.
Okay.
And the MCU, you'll notice, never mentions the word mutants. They're always enhanced humans.
Oh, yeah.
And Wanda Maximoff and Peter, exactly, copyrights.
Intellectual property.
Well, in the mutants world, Wanda Maximoff was always a mutant. She's Scarlet Witch. And her brother Peter was known as Quicksilver. Well, it's understood in the MCU in Age of Ultron that this is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, but they couldn't use those names.
Yeah.
But over in the Fox world with the mutants, we do get to see Quicksilver, which is what I mentioned to you. It was it Days of Future Past? And you get, he was in 2 of them, but he gets that slow motion rescue scene, and everybody.
That was really good.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. I mean, Quicksilver. The movies weren't great. I don't think they would have been any good without those scenes. Those scenes were amazing. But Quicksilver, that's who her brother is. It's the same character.
Yeah.
Just one's in Marvel, with Fox and mutants, and one's in Marvel with MCU and Disney. Well, Disney has recently, I think in the last year, acquired the rights from Fox. Fox finally sold it to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney now has the mutants. So we've all been kind of like, you know, biting our nails like, are we going to get to see Wolverine, Logan? What are we going to get to see? Well, this is the introduction of that. This is bleeding over. And this is direct, they even said it in the episode, she recast Pietro with the Quicksilver from Fox. But it's not a different Quicksilver, it's the same Quicksilver. They're just saying he's been recast, different actor.
Yeah.
So this is her brother.
With a different face.
Exactly. This is her brother. This is the same character. It's just the different version of the same character. If that makes any sense.
It does.
As we say in the South, I'm lost more than a goat in high weeds.
It's something like that.
Something like that. In the meantime, we're going to get into this one, see if we can't get any more lost than we are already. See you in a second. Stay nerdy with it. Alright, so episode 6, all new Halloween Spooktacular. Now this makes sense. Over on Holden's channel, one of their friends, guy actually I know, talked to the other night, was Prime at a Nexus. And he was dressed like that. And I couldn't figure it out. They kept calling him Vision. They're like, hey Vision, what's up Vision? And I'm like, that's a really crappy Vision outfit.
Now you know.
No, it makes sense. Prime, mad respect, dude. That's you pulled it off. I know exactly who you were now that I've seen this thumbnail. I guess I've been hiding under a rock. You ready to do this? Here we go. Episode 6. Happy Valentine's Day.
Previously on Wandavision.
Why aren't you telling me?
You have to stop her. Make her stop!
See, Vision's got some of his power too.
Synthezoid playing Father Knows Best in suburbia.
That was awesome.
I had a brother. His name was Pietro. He was killed by Ultron.
She recast Pietro?
So all that explanation I did was unnecessary.
No, you added details that weren't there.
They took care of it for me. Definitely not easy. I like that little touch.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it coming by to play.
As himself.
That he is Pietro Maximoff.
Halloween's a magical holiday. Are you old Red Riding Hood?
I'm a Sokovian fortune teller.
Mom's been weird since Uncle Pietro got here, and he's what you call a man-child.
Half-shuck corn. A booger. Pete to the rescue, huh?
There you go. Problem solved.
It's Billy's idea.
I'm Tommy.
And don't you forget it.
Okay, but just remember that this is a respectable family. If I see any funny business, I am going to magic you into a pickled herring.
I like it.
Hey, there he is. The guy who almost got murdered by his own murder squad.
Ooh, burn.
Don't use the last 5 years as an excuse to be a coward.
Get her off my base. Now. All of them.
Ooh, get him, Woo. Woo ain't no softy.
Unleash Hell Demon Spawn!
Looks like Ace Ventura.
Look different.
You tell me.
Yeah, kick-ass.
I feel the need.
Touch me. Ow!
Kick-ass.
Kick-Ass was the movie in which both him and the other actor that played Peter
Why
starred.
so far? Is there something I can do for you, Wanda? Do you want something changed?
It's fine.
Something changed. I want to know how much these people know. And which people know it.
Wanda's losing her grip.
I'm so hungry, I'd eat anything.
Snacked on yo magic, bro.
Can I have some?
Yo magic. The snack for survivors.
I don't think that went as planned.
What happened to your accent?
What happened to yours? I got shot like a chump in the street for no reason at all, and the next thing I know, I heard you calling.
Next stop, Cavity Town.
Right on, little dude! Chip off the old maximum block! You got super speed!
Yeah, and please just remember,
Don't go past Ellis Avenue.
No. Program is tracking the decay signature of vibranium.
Vision. Wait, why is Hayward tracking Vision?
Once on the edge of town, she's not controlling as well. Oh yeah, go Vision.
What are you doing here? It's all right.
You're one of the Avengers. You're Vision.
I am Vision. I do not help. But what's an Avenger?
Why don't you know? Am I dead?
No, no. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
It is my intention to reach those outside of Westview and make sense of our situation.
No, babes. Wandavision, think about it.
I will fix this, Agnes, I promise.
Happy Halloween!
Ellis Avenue.
Let's see what happens. You gonna be like a bug zapper? That's it. My way back into the hex will be here in an hour.
You can't go back into the hex. Hayward has your blood work. The energy inside has rewritten your cells on a molecular level twice.
Seen enough lab results to last me a lifetime.
It's not gonna be nice.
Your cells are changing. They're introducing mutants now. That's what's happening. Rainbow's going to be a mutant.
Seriously, it's a pretty big leap from giving people nightmares and shooting red wiggly worms out of your hands. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Hayward, you sneaky bastard. Vision. What's he doing?
It is. Oh
He really does want out, doesn't he?
Oh no.
Stop! He's coming up first! Whoa, Billy! Your daddy, in my head. He's in trouble.
What are you doing? Help him!
It's not like your dead husband can die twice.
Nice.
Interesting.
It's a circus.
Come in.
Son of a...
Biscuit eater.
Well, hey, honey bunny.
Hi. I hate cliffhangers. So not fair.
It's a great episode.
This is really good.
It's really good.
Bump my rating up to a 9.
I'm still floating at an 8. I'd give it a 9 if it weren't for the fact that I thought they were using Wandavision simply to introduce mutants. That's what I feel like's going on here. I'm trying to figure out the commercial and how it fits into real life. I think we've actually caught up to the present. Is what's going on is that whole yo magic, it's not keeping him alive. He's dying anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so much for that, for survivors thing. Is like, that kid didn't survive. He couldn't get into it. Vision's dead, her brother's dead, but yet you're there.
The kid's got powers. Are they mutants or are they enhanced? What's going on there? You got the cells inside of Rambo.
I know I'm doing horrible with names too.
Yeah, Rambo. You got her cells. They're mutating.
Yep.
So we've definitely got mutants here now. I mean, it was an ingenious decision. You know, she's got to save Vision. The only way to do it is to
Fake his
expand
life.
Well,
yeah, she had to bring him back in, but instead of going to find him, she just made
the boundary bigger.
the bubble bigger.
So now Darcy's inside.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rambo and Wu, and now this director,
Yeah.
dickhead, I think they're the only ones left. And
Dude.
Yeah, he's going to have to get together with them to figure out how to get back in there. The reason why I'm not rating it that high on this one is because it was very predictable for me. I saw it all coming.
But you do that with everything.
Yeah. No,
You do that with, a lot of things.
WandaVision all the way up through last episode kept me surprised. Now, I did call from the beginning the whole creating a reality in which Vision exists, but it's kept me surprised. This episode was very predictable. It's like what works for furthering the story, what storytelling mechanisms, and that's what we're going to use. To me, it didn't feel like a MCU universe TV show or movie. It didn't feel like WandaVision. It felt like just about any other TV show out there with action. It was still really good. I enjoyed it, but I'm certainly not going to bump my rating up. I really don't have any more questions. This one didn't introduce more questions.
It did not introduce more questions, no.
I've still got the same questions. Want to know how it came to be.
I'm standing with my grieving woman theory.
There you have it, folks. We don't know anything more than you do. Patrick Stewart. It's my wife, Mary Ann. Happy Valentine's Day. By the time y'all see this, it won't be Valentine's Day. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe for future content, turn on that notification bell. You know when the videos drop. In the meantime, stay nerdy with it.
Mm-hmm.